Hello. Come on in, you guys. Hello, hello. Happy New Year's. We're here. We're alive. We're ready. Good evening, or good afternoon, good afternoon. I want to make something very clear because I think some of y'all are a little confused. In 2026, we are going to build our business. We're going to stop making excuses. We're going to stop procrastinating, and we're going to work towards the goals, okay? In 2026, you should be getting paid for your products, your content, okay? Every time you go live on these apps, I need you to make money, okay? The days are over of doing stuff for free on social media. The days of posting for free are over. If you are not generating income from your content, going live, posting, we have to fix it today. I also want you guys to understand this. Good afternoon. You should be generating income while you're asleep, okay? We're building wealth for future generations. How can we do that if we only build income while we're awake? No. Starting in 2026, I want you to wake up with deposits, okay? I want you to already be up before you even brush your teeth. If you are not, you're doing something wrong and we have to fix it. I also want you guys to understand this. Listen very closely, ladies. You only need one digital product in your storefront. See, a lot of y'all think you need about 50,000 products, and that's why you're held up. That's why you haven't launched. That's why the business isn't businessing, because you're overthinking. You only need one digital product, and that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know that? Because my digital product changed mine. You guys, I've been doing this since COVID, almost 6 years. And when I first started, you guys, I lost 100 pounds. Yes, I was a very big girl. And on my weight loss journey, I learned a lot. I learned how to exercise, I learned how to eat right, and I learned how to change my mindset. And I took all of that information that I learned on my weight loss journey and made an ebook teaching other people how to lose weight. And I promoted that ebook on YouTube, okay? So there's something that you already know about. And whatever it is, that's what I need you to be monetizing. That thing right there, okay? Now, the problem is you live in fear. That's your problem. And you still want to bring fear into 2026. You're so fearful of trying something new and looking stupid. You are so fearful of putting yourself out there and failing. You are so fearful of posting your content and people talking about you. And because you have all of that fear inside of you, it's keeping you trapped. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you watching other people live a life you want. Just imagine if you let go of the fear and you started living life on your terms. Just imagine how good you would feel about yourself, showing up consistently, posting about your business, living in confidence, following through. Just imagine what life would look like. Just imagine waking up and you're already sitting in deposits. What if I told you you could have that life? Would you believe me? Well, I believe this. If you even thought the thought, meaning if the idea even got in your head, that's because you can. See, God does not plant seeds where you can't harvest them. Why would he give you an idea on something that you can't do? He doesn't. Anything that you even thought about doing, you can do. But the problem is you won't let go of fear. And that's what's holding you back. Now, what I want to know is who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck? Good afternoon. If that's you, go ahead and put me in the chat. If you are fed up with living paycheck to paycheck and you want to change it, go ahead and put me in the chat. I also want to know who on this live is sick of their own BS. They are sick of always starting and stopping. They are sick of getting overwhelmed and giving up. If that's you and you want to change that, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm talking to you this afternoon. And I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. If you don't have any idea, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. If you've never seen my face before, good afternoon. Y'all might hear me say good morning because I'm normally live in the morning, so just bear with me. Good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz, and I teach women how to glow up. Ladies, we are going to build our online business, and we're going to build ourselves, okay? We're going to build our mindset this afternoon. We're going to build our consistency, we're going to build our self-esteem, all of the things, so that not only will you start your online business today, but you'll actually become the woman who follows through, okay? If I say anything on this live that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, go ahead and start double tapping the screen. TikTok family, the more we interact with this live, the more TikTok will push this live to more people. And believe it or not, a lot of women, they're tired of giving up on themselves too. A lot of women are ready to bring in the new year right, okay? So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. It would be in your best interest to take notes. I'm gonna be giving y'all a lot of information. Your head gonna be spinning, okay? And what I know about you is you're human. And at the end of the day, you're gonna forget. Because life be life and stress be stressing, true or false? Okay. But if you take notes, if you write it down, anything that I do say on this live that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done. So please write it down. You guys, this is gonna be the key word of our live, execution. Execution. Oh, let me turn the mirror off on TikTok. Hold on, I got you. Execution is the key word of our live. You're gonna hear me say this word about 1,000,000 times this afternoon because I need it to stick in that pretty head of yours. Ain't no sense in writing stuff in a journal. Ain't no sense in manifesting a whole vision board if you don't put in the work. If you don't do the things to make it happen. Just like you go to work to make sure you get a paycheck. I need you to do what we talk about so that you can make sure your business makes money. So that you can make sure you build your confidence. So you can make sure that you build your follow through. Are we clear? Good. If you're ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat because if you're ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Good afternoon. Let's go, let's go. And let's do an affirmation real quick while I wait for some readies in this chat. Ooh, here we go. I celebrate both my small and big achievements. I celebrate both of my small and big achievements. Ladies, we're gonna start saying things to ourselves like, I am proud of me. When was the last time you said that to yourself? If you can't even remember, that's a problem. I want you to always be telling yourself that you're proud of yourself moving forward because we're gonna fix our head, okay? Good. Be very thankful for the small achievements and the big ones, okay? Shit, a small achievement could be you didn't hit snooze this morning. You got up when the alarm told you to. There we go. Okay, so what is a digital product and how will we build our business? A digital product, ladies, is something you don't have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. Hello, you don't physically have it in your possession. It's all out somewhere in the cloud. Okay, you're gonna create something to sell. Yes, you will. And it could be anything. Ladies, please do not overthink. There's something that you already know about that you could be monetizing today. I told you guys when I first started years ago, I lost 100 pounds. And so I monetized my knowledge on how to lose weight, how to exercise, how to eat right. And I put that in an ebook and was selling it on YouTube. So I need you to dig deep and think about what you can sell. And please don't overthink. And don't sit there and say you don't have any knowledge. That's not true. Maybe you're a really good parent. You could teach parents how to be better parents. You can make an ebook, how to parent your toddler the right way or whatever, right? There's something that you could be selling, okay? Now, I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps. And these apps will change your life if and only if you actually use them, okay? So if you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business. I'm gonna teach you how to create the ebook, and then I'm gonna teach you how to sell it, okay? We're creating and we're selling. Very good, Precious, thank you. App number 1, good afternoon, Canva, C-A-N-V-A. App number 1, write it down, C-A-N-V-A. You will be using this app for everything, okay? Now, if you've never made an account before, they typically give like 3 months for free. So just see what kind of promotions they got going on. But you'll be using Canva for everything, okay? So let me tell you what you can use it for. Maybe you want to post content and you want to make the video templates all cute and branded. You want the fancy letters and the effects. Canva. Canva, Canva, Canva. Okay? Maybe you want to start your YouTube channel. I tell y'all every day, get on YouTube and start your channel. Maybe today you're gonna listen. It's 2026, let's do something new, okay? Maybe you need thumbnails to entice people to click on the video. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnail templates and it's easy to use, you just drag and drop. It's so easy, a cave woman could do it. And maybe you do wanna sell an ebook and that's what I'm gonna teach you how to make, but you wanna make it look all professional. You wanna put your logo on it. Canva has hundreds upon thousands of ebook templates for you and your business, okay? You just have to use it. You gotta execute, ladies. Now, before we get into app number 2, let me say something to the ladies on here who live in fear. Some of you guys are hard-headed, and so you believe you can't do this. Some of y'all are saying things like, Jazz, I wanna start an online business, but I'm too old. What if it's too late for me? I'm not tech savvy. Okay. Listen, on this live, we don't have excuses. Take them excuses somewhere else. What I want you to understand is this. Ladies, you woke up today. Yes, you did. That's a blessing. Every single day that we wake up is another opportunity we are blessed with to work towards our goals. It is never too late until you are 6 feet under. So don't ever think it's too late for you. Number 2, you are very tech savvy. You never give yourself credit where credit is due. You use technology every day, all day. You are on these apps. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And lastly, number 3, for those of you guys who think you're just so old, what did I say a few minutes ago? We can sell our knowledge. So for those of you guys who are older, you have a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom, which means you have a lot of things you could sell. Okay. Now that we got that out of our system, app number 2. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. You guys, make sure you follow me if you haven't already. They do steal my videos. And then they're going to make fake accounts. And then they're going to turn around and message you. Don't get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets, y'all, because they're coming to get you. Good afternoon. Hello. App number 2. Write it down. ChatGPT. Hello. App number 2. ChatGPT. This is AI, by the way. This is AI, and AI is about to be your best friend for life, okay? You and Chat going to be like this. Best friends, all right? You will be using Chat for everything. Everything that you could possibly imagine. I promise you, Chat got you covered. So, thank you, regular. Maybe you want to create content. You want to monetize your platforms, but you're not too sure what kind of videos to make. Ask Chat. It'll give you a list of thousands of ideas. Maybe you want to make YouTube videos, but you're a little shy. You're not too sure what to say in the videos. Fine. Chat will script the entire video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words. Maybe you want to sell a digital product. You want to build your online business. Okay, maybe you want to sell an ebook, but you're not too sure what to put in the ebook. What if I told you Chat will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business. I can't make this up. It's 2026, okay? How about we start today on a new path? We start our business and we follow through with it, okay? So I gave you Canva and I gave you Chat. We're gonna put it together and write this ebook. If you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Thank you. And if you're not taking notes, you are doing yourself a disservice. You really are, because I'm about to give you prompt number 1. And what did we say the keyword of this live is? Execution. How can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? Because one thing I know about you is this: you're gonna forget. Yes, you are. You're gonna forget because life's and stresses. But if you write it down, ladies, you can still get it done. Oh, clock it. All right. You're gonna open up the ChatGPT app. You're going to put in here prompt number 1. Write this down. Here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. Ladies, never forget, closed mouths don't get fed. If you need it to be repeated, this would be the opportunity to ask. Don't you dare wait 10 minutes into the live and ask me to repeat. The answer will be no, because you hard-headed, because you could have asked me to repeat it now. So if you got that, please put got that in the chat. Let me know you're here, you're alert, you're ready, you're listening, you're taking notes. Let me know. Thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you. While I wait for some more got that, let's do an affirmation. Ooh. Now, isn't this a great way to bring in 2026? I am capable of achieving my dreams. Absolutely, Shirley. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. I am capable of achieving my dreams. What'd I tell you? If you even thought the thoughts, that's because you can. Why would God plant seeds in your head that you can't harvest? Why would he do that? He wouldn't. Some of y'all could have been millionaires by now, but you won't even start. Make it make sense? All right, y'all got that? Everybody got it? Okay, cool. You're gonna hit enter. You're gonna hit enter. Now, before we move any further, I need you to write this word down. This says consistent. Go ahead and write it down. This word says consistent. Ladies, we gotta lock in on the definition of this word because some of y'all a little confused. I need you to write this word down and then I need you to underline it. And then I need you to circle it. Circle, 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 and then highlight it. Ladies, let's define what the word consistent means, because some of y'all are very confused. Some of you guys think consistent means once in a while, every now and again, every 6 months when you feel like it, when it's 32 degrees outside and it's raining. No. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, no, don't mean sometimes. If there are 7 days in a week, that means in order to be consistent, we need to be working on it at least 4 out of the 7 days a week. Ladies, any goal that you have for yourself is going to require you to be consistent. The reason why a lot of you guys don't get the results that you want is because you're inconsistent as hell. Don't you consistently go to work so you can consistently get that paycheck? The paycheck didn't just fall into your lap. It didn't just fall into your bank account. You had to work for it. You had to be consistent at the job. You want to fix your credit? Fine. You have to be consistent, like consistently pay them bills on time and consistently pay down that credit card balance. You want to lose weight? Good. You got to be consistent. You have to consistently eat less and consistently carry your ass to the gym. Running a business is no different. I need you to be consistent so you can finally reach your goals in 2026. Now, let's make life easy. Because it's already hard enough, right? Okay, let's make it easy for once. Let's live the soft life. It is so much easier for you to be consistent when you choose something off of the list that chat gave you that you actually have a passion for. Ladies, go through the list and look for things that you truly enjoy. And that's what your business is gonna be. We're not going to, what am I looking for? We are not going to live a hard knock life no more, okay? It is so much easier to show up consistently when you do things that you love because it doesn't feel like work. When things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it and be consistent. Isn't it easier to lose weight when you eat foods that you like that are still healthy? Isn't it easier to be active when you do activities that you like so you can be consistent? Yeah. So please do yourself a favor and pick something off the list that you truly enjoy. Now, if chat gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things, ask for 10 more. And keep asking for ideas until it gives you something you want to use. Ladies, when you are truly happy on the inside, it radiates. It's all in your aura. It shows in the way you present yourself to the world. Your confidence, because you're genuinely happy. Some of y'all don't know what that feels like because you're not happy yet. So let's get to that, okay? Let's build that in 2026. Let's get that energy, all right? Now, before we move on to prompt number 2, write this down. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. This is a big one, especially moving in 2026. Money flows where energy goes. Ladies, we have got to stop giving out all of our energy to everybody else. You giving all your energy to your spouse, your boyfriend, your sneaky links. You're giving all your energy to your kids. You're giving all your energy to your parents, your best friends, your coworkers, celebrity drama and gossip. And by the time you sit down ready to work on something for yourself, you can't because you ain't got no more damn energy because you gave it out. So now you feel frustrated and drained and exhausted because you gave all your energy away. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your goals. It does not make you a bad parent because you want to prioritize your dreams. It does not make you a bad friend because you want to put yourself first for once. I need you to start telling people no. No. I cannot sit on the phone with you and listen to you talk about your cheating ass husband tonight. I got to work on my business. No, I cannot loan you no money this week. I have to save this money for my business. No, I cannot give you any rides this week because of the time I'm giving you rides, I could be focusing on my business. I need you to start passing out more no's than yeses. The answer is no. No is a complete sentence. You don't need to give explanations. No. The answer is no. No. Okay? Good. All right. Once you choose a digital product idea you want to use, you will then put this in chat. Write this down. Prompt number 2. Here we go. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Good afternoon. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed, and the key word of this live is execution. How can we execute if we don't even know what the hell we're doing? Make it make sense, because I know you finna forget. And for those of y'all who are new here, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz, and I am teaching the ladies how to build their online business. We are creating the ebook, and then we're gonna talk about how to sell it, and we're also building our confidence. So not only will you start today, you'll keep going. Not only will you start today, you'll keep going because now you have confidence in yourself that you didn't have. All right. Prompt number 1 was give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. All right. So you're going to hit enter. Everybody got that? Okay. You're going to hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier to build your online business because chat literally wrote it for you. It wrote the ebook, ladies. It wrote it. Now, all that we have to do is copy and paste. That's it. You will copy what chat gave you and paste it into Canva. So open up Canva. In the search bar, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's going to generate thousands of templates. Pick your most favorite one. You will copy and paste. Now, if you're anything like how I used to be, some of y'all are master overthinkers. You're the queens of overthinking. You overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. It's toxic and it's not getting you anywhere. It has you frustrated and overwhelmed, and then you just give up. Stop doing that. You don't need to overthink. Write this down. This is an acronym, KISS, K-I-S-S. It stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. So don't overthink. Don't do it. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it, ladies. That's it. When you are done copying and pasting and you love the way your ebook looks, you will download it as a PDF file. P is in Peter, D is in dog, F is in Franklin. Y'all better be writing this down. I'm giving y'all tea. When you have downloaded it, you will then upload it to your hosting site. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. There's plenty more hosting sites, but these are the most popular ones, okay? Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Make sure you guys get all these. You only have to use one. Your product does not need to be on all 5. Just pick one, okay? Y'all got all that? Got that in the chat. We executing in 2026. We not just writing journals and vision boards. We're executing. Got that in the chat so I know that you are front and center. Thank you, Fit. Very good, Shirley. Very good. Okay, good. Y'all got that. Let's move forward. Now, let me tell you what. The beauty of having a coach, having a mentor, is that they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences, okay? Now, I've been doing this for almost 6 years. I started during COVID, and I've made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone and my laptop and some freaking Wi-Fi. But just like I've made a lot of money, I have also made a lot of mistakes, okay? One of the biggest lessons, ladies, that I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is life advice too, starting and moving forward, ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. Oh, yes. We have got to learn financial literacy. The elevated version of you who's running her business, who's showing up consistently, who's confident in herself, who demands respect from others and herself, who walks in her purpose, also knows how to manage her money. She puts herself on a budget and she sticks to the budget. I need you to start calculating what goes in versus what comes out, or you will forever continue to live paycheck to paycheck, no matter how much you make. Trust me, I know. And it wasn't until I put myself on a budget where I stopped living paycheck to paycheck. And the reason why I'm telling you this is we're starting our businesses, entrepreneurship. These hosting sites have fees. You're gonna see a lot of fees in your business journey. Canva is a fee. If you wanna use ChatGPT Premium, that's a fee. If you wanna use CapCut, that's a fee. We run into fees, the era of fees. But you're gonna put yourself on a budget. Now, Stan Store, this is the one I use. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive, okay? Stan is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making that yet. If you're brand new to all of this, ladies, you just getting started, Stan Store is not for you. Go ahead and cross it out now. Skip over. Instead, I want you on Gumroad, Gumroad, because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale that you make. So that's a great place to start, because until you make money, you don't have to spend it, okay? But I know you're gonna make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you're gonna execute. And when you do start making money, then come to Stan. because Stan has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me let you in on a little secret. Customers love payment plans. Buy now, pay later is taking over. It's taking over. We got Afterpay now, Klarna, they got Sezzle. What else they got? I think PayPal got like 4 interest-free payments. They got Affirm. They got Quad Pay. They're taking over. And if you have buy now, pay later options on your site, I promise you, you will make more. But for now, you are going to start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad. You will build your business. And then once your business is making money, then you will transfer everything over to Stan Store, okay? So what we just did was we just made our ebook. That's what we did. We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we wrote the ebook. Now we have to sell it. We got to sell it. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half. So we got to get this right. We got to get sales right. We don't have a choice. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear. That process, ladies, of copying and pasting and making that ebook should not take you longer than 2 hours. Honestly, if I'm being real, it shouldn't take longer than 1. But I'm going to give you some grace and I'm going to give you 2. And I don't care how old you are. On this live, I don't give a damn. Age ain't nothing but a number. You're not going to sit here and try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy something that AI gave you and paste it into Canva. No, it does not. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to do this too, you want to be a perfectionist. Let me guess. Everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You're the woman who's going to sit on her brilliant ideas for 6 months and waste 6 months of her life that she'll never get back because she has to overthink and be perfect. And then when you do decide to get started, you're going to stop, take things out, put things back, get frustrated and irritated because you can't figure it out because you're trying to overthink every damn thing. And then you're going to give up on it again. And you're going to let 3 more months go by doing absolutely nothing. Then when you do decide to get started again, before you start this time, you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And you know what's crazy? The people that you're asking, they don't even run a business. These aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, their opinion means so much to you. And then when they give you their opinion, you listen and you care. Look. Look. Child, I need to hold your hand when I say this to you. Ma'am, you are not perfect. You are flawed, but that is okay because I am not perfect either. I am flawed. We are all perfectly imperfect. What you really are, all this perfectionist, OCD, overthinking crap, you're scary. You're still living in fear. And what do we say? Fear on this live stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant ideas. What did I tell you? If God even gave you the idea, it's because you can. Everybody want to talk about something they listen to God. No, you don't. You ain't listening because he done gave you about 50,000 ideas and you ain't used one of them yet. You ain't listening to shit. You're fearful. You're so fearful of putting yourself out there and people laughing at you. You're so fearful of trying something new and failing. You're so fearful of looking stupid. And all this fear that you refuse to let go of is keeping you trapped. It is stealing your dream life from you. And if you want to dig even deeper and get to the root of why we have all this fear, it's because it's self-sabotage. You are self-sabotaging yourself. See, everyone would say, well, I can't get ahead because my husband, or I have all these kids, or I got this. No, it's you. It's you. It's not your husband. It's not your friends. It's not your family. It's you. Self-sabotage. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we're trying to protect ourselves from the feeling of disappointment. See, you got a fragile ego. Your ego fragile. And you are so afraid to feel that feeling of disappointment, trying something new, not getting the results that you want in the time frame in which you feel entitled to them. Let's be clear, because the results always come if you keep going, but you feel entitled to them in 2 weeks. So if you don't get the results you want in 2 weeks, now you feel disappointed and you can't stand that feeling. So you have all these excuses, you do all this procrastination crap and all this I can't, because you're trying to protect yourself from disappointment. So you self-sabotage. But you already said earlier that you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. You said you were tired of dragging yourself to a job that drains you. That's what you said. You said you were tired of your own BS. You were tired of always starting and stopping, second guessing your greatness, giving up, not having confidence in yourself. That's what you said. I'm trying to help you fix it. It's 2026. Let's fix it. But how can we fix it? How can we build a business and bring more income into our house so you can stop living paycheck to paycheck if you don't have anything to sell? How can customers give you their money if you don't have a product to give them in return? You can't. How can we build our confidence if you continuously give up on yourself? You can't. How can we live in purpose if you won't do the one thing that you love that you can monetize? You can't. You're gonna have to launch. You don't have a choice. And I need you to understand and understand that you will get better. Everything always gets better. Notice the more you do stuff over and over and over again, it gets better and better and better. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine because you had to do it consistently over and over and over again. You got better and better and better. Your business will be no different. The more you post, the more you show up, the more you learn, the better you'll get. But you will launch with what you have. And understand that it will never be perfect. So stop trying to make something happen that will never happen. All of your favorite businesses got better. Look at Amazon. I don't know how old you are, but believe it or not, Amazon did not always have Prime. 20 plus years ago, they were selling textbooks to students. Now they got same-day shipping. They got better along the way. So will you. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Excuse my French, but it's true. You are distracted. See, you could work on your business and your goals when you get off work, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your girlfriends about celebrities and their drama. When you do have time off, like the weekend, you could work on your business and your goals, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the couch and binge watch Hulu and Netflix for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep. You could work on the business and reaching your goals, but again, you choose not to. You would rather scroll on social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sending them back and forth in the group chats. That's what you would rather do. And the reason why we have all of these distractions in the first place is because we're trying to escape. That's what this is, escapism. And you're doing it every day. And the reason why we try to escape is because there's things about our life that we're not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being a grown woman and fixing it, you would rather run from it. But it's 2026. Let's take a new path. Let's do something different starting today. How about instead of us trying to escape a life that we're not 1000% happy with, let's just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from. Yeah, let's do that. So this is what we're gonna do today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. You are going to turn the TV off. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your little girlfriends you will talk to them later. You're building your dream life. You're gonna sit down at home. No, you're not going to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You will sit down at home. You are gonna start your business and you're gonna start your ebook and you're gonna finish it. You're not gonna start, stop, come back next week because we already know you don't come back. Don't sit up in here and lie. You never come back. You're gonna start it and you're gonna finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat because respectfully, ain't no point in talking about sales if we don't have anything to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz and we are building our online business, but more importantly, we're building ourselves. Lady, the dream version of you, the one who's confident, showing up, starting and following through, believes in herself, respects herself and demands respect from others, she is already within you. She's already in there. She's just buried under the fear and the procrastinating and the limiting beliefs. But I think it's time we unleash her. Now, these sales tips that I'm going to give you, I told you earlier, sales is 80% of the business, okay? That's more than half. It's more than half. So we gotta get this right. Gotta get this right. But I'm gonna be honest, most people fail at sales. Most people fail. And not for the reasons that you think. No. Some of y'all think sales is so hard. No, it's not. Sales is actually easy. It really is. But people's mindset and the things they think when it comes to sales is what makes sales so hard for them. I used to do this. You might say these things. People will say things about sales like, well, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people think I'm being annoying? What if people unfollow me? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. Before we talk about sales, we got to fix our head when it comes to sales. What I need you to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. People have a problem, you have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. So whoever told you that, stop talking to them. They're not your friends. They sabotaging you. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to talk about your product consistently because people will forget. Ladies, people live their own lives. They're not thinking about you. They are being fed with content all day long. They're gonna forget. You don't have a choice but to consistently remind them about your products and services so that they can remember. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes on this live? Because I already know you're gonna forget. Why do I keep telling you guys that the key word of this live is execution? You have heard me say that word about 10 times so far. Why do I keep repeating myself? So that it sticks, so that you remember, I have to execute. I gotta do it. You have to remind people consistently that you exist. You don't have a choice. Look at Amazon. We all know who Amazon is, right? Yeah, in the US, okay? We are all Prime members. Even though we all already know who they are, they still remind us consistently that they exist. How? Those Amazon trucks you see on the road. You can't even drive 2 miles down the street without seeing those Amazon trucks. They didn't have to put their logo on it. They didn't have to make it blue, but they did it for a reason. So that every time you see that truck, your brain thinks Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes and envelopes on the doorstep. They didn't have to put their logo on their cardboard boxes. They didn't have to do any of that. They did it on purpose. So that every time you see those packages, you think Amazon. You think Amazon's worried about being annoying? No, they know you're not going nowhere because they know you want that 2-day, 1-day, same day shipping. You're not going nowhere. Oh. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been doing this for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently and tell people about Glow Up Academy without worrying about people thinking I'm being annoying or begging them for money? How am I able to do that? Because I have a solution to people's problems, that's how. Women want to learn how to build their online business. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to build confidence and follow through with the promises they make to themselves. I tell them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to set boundaries and heal from trauma. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. They want to monetize their platforms, get paid for views. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about being annoying. If I'm annoying and people unfollow, I don't give a damn. They weren't ready to glow up, and that's fine. They'll come back when they're ready. I know they will. They always do. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have the same energy with your products and services. You do not have a choice. You're either going to sink or you're going to swim, but the choice is always yours. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. It's 2026. Let's go, let's go. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Make sure you guys follow me if you haven't already, you guys. They do steal my videos. Yes, they do. And what they're going to do is they're going to make an account, and they're going to pretend to be me, and then they're going to message you. Do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets. Let's do an affirmation real quick before we move forward. Ooh, these are good. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. And don't you ever forget it. And don't let anyone try to convince you otherwise. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room. A lot of y'all want to start businesses. You want to create content. You want to have freedom. You want to have confidence. But you're terrified of failure. And that word has you in a chokehold. But the problem is, a lot of people are very confused as to what the word failure even means. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. See, a lot of y'all think that if you make your first YouTube video and you don't get 50,000 views in 24 hours, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. Some of y'all believe that if you make your first TikTok account and you don't get 10,000 followers in 48 hours, then you failed. That's not failure. Failure only exists when you quit, okay? When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. I'm done. Well, then you have officially failed. But if every day you commit to just getting a little bit better, ladies, I'm not even asking for a lot. Just commit to getting a little bit better every single day, then that's not failure. Maybe yesterday you hit snooze on the alarm and you slept in. How about today you just get up when it goes off? Maybe yesterday you were full of excuses. How about you only keep one excuse today and tomorrow you let go of all of them? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you do? Every single day that you just do something small towards the goal, you are not failing because you're still showing up. You're still committed. You're still trying. You're still executing. See, the results always come. They always come. But the problem is you put a time limit on them because you're entitled. And because you're so entitled, you think that you should be a millionaire by next week. Who told you that? Who even told you that? But if you kept going day after day, eventually you will get there. Eventually. If you eat less food and you exercise, don't you eventually lose weight? If you keep paying down your credit card balance, doesn't it eventually get to zero at some point? If you keep attending class and reading the material and doing the homework assignments, don't you eventually get the degree? Eventually? Yes. Yes. The same is true with business. So just keep going. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. So now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Cool? Cool. Now that we got that out of our systems, I don't want to hear nothing about failure. Just don't quit. Just don't quit. It's really that simple. I told you, people make things harder than it has to be. Sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king and distribution is queen. Content is king, distribution is queen, okay? So let's break this down so it makes sense. We're gonna start with the content is king portion. Okay, content is king. The way we're gonna get the word out about our products and services is through the content, okay? So when we post our reels, our pictures, our stories, if we go live, that's all content. And that's how we're gonna let people know that our products and services exist. Content is king. We gotta get this content out. And I need you to be posting consistently. What do we say consistent meant? More often than not, right? So if there's 7 days in a week, I need you to be posting at least 4 out of the 7. But we also said we're gonna work on getting just a little bit better every single day. That's what we said. So maybe you're not posting anything yet and you are terrified to hit record. Fine. How about we start by hitting record? Let's commit to just recording 10-second videos, not even having to post them. We're just getting in the flow of being in front of the camera. Then once we get comfortable with being in front of the camera, then let's strive to post 1 video. Once you've gotten comfortable with that and you're posting 1 video a week, let's up it to 2. Then let's up it to 3, and then so on and so forth. So I don't care where you're starting, you are still going to commit to getting a little bit better every single day. Content is king. Now, the distribution is queen part. Not only will you be posting consistently, I also need you to be working on building a bare minimum of 3 platforms. Why 3? Because 1 is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it, like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? You would be sitting there freaking out, like all the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. I always teach my students we have to stay proactive so we never have to be reactive. In other words, we need to stay ready so we never have to get ready. Now, which platforms should you grow? That's 1000% up to you. I always suggest starting with your most favorite. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously, you like the app so damn much. So start on TikTok and then choose 2 more. If you're always on YouTube, start a YouTube. Now, I am going to give you some words of wisdom in case you didn't know. YouTube is the most watched platform. Yeah. See, a lot of y'all are confused. A lot of y'all think it's TikTok. No, it is not TikTok, please. YouTube has replaced cable TV. There are more people watching YouTube than anywhere else. So I always urge and encourage my students to start their YouTube channel. Just start it. Make the account, commit to making 1 video every so often, then up it to 2 and just keep going. You will thank me later. Now, before we get into sales tip number 2, I know I have women on here who are starting to get in their head. You're saying things like, I want to do this. It sounds great, Jazz, but it sounds hard. You want me to make an ebook, post consistently, build 3 platforms. I don't know if I can do that. Honestly, Jazz, that sounds like a lot. And I just don't think I can do it. Okay. Well, let me say this. Before you run away and give up like you always do, let's do a new path today. What I want to let you know is this. I can't convince you of shit. I can't convince you of anything, and I'm not going to try. So if you want to believe that starting your online business is hard, I'm going to let you think that. Okay, it's hard. If you want to believe that copying some words that AI wrote for you and pasting it into a pre-made template on Canva is so hard, I'm going to let you think that. If you want to believe that recording a 30-second TikTok video is hard, I'm going to let you think that. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. You want to call it hard? Fine. You're right. It's hard. Happy? Good. But let me tell you this. The life that you're currently living is also hard. Going to a job that drains you is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck, robbing Patrice to pay Paula is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. And you live like that every day. And see, that's what fear does. That's what fear does. Fear will convince you that you can't do shit. And you let it. And you know what's crazy? If you're anything like how I used to be, I notice a lot of us women, we have a toxic habit of never wanting to give ourselves credit where credit is due. We have all been through terrible things in our lives. And in those moments, we didn't know how we would overcome it. We were begging to God, just trying to make him help us out. I know when I lost my grandma, I didn't think I'd be able to survive without her. I really did. But here I am, still surviving without her. Here you are, still showing up. You're still here. You're still in it. There are so many people in this world who couldn't even walk an inch in your shoes. Some of you guys are damn near superwoman. Look at everything you deal with on a daily basis now. And you're letting fear convince you that you can't copy and paste some words? Really, ladies? Really? Look at everything you deal with now. And you don't even believe that you're capable of recording a 30-second TikTok video and hitting upload? Really, ladies? That's the problem. Lack of confidence. Your confidence level is -50 right now. We got to get it up. You have allowed fear to convince you that you can't do anything. But look at what you already do now. I don't have to convince you of this. You see this for yourself. You see people on these apps in worse off situations than you. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, still showing up, trying to build their dreams. There are people on these apps with serious disabilities. They can't walk. They damn near live in a hospital bed because they're always sick. And despite everything going on in their life, they're still showing up, just trying to build their business. There are people on these apps who lost everything. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their car. But despite all that, they didn't lose hope. And they're still showing up, just trying to reach their goals. Now, let's be honest. Some of y'all ain't got half them problems. Let's just call a spade a spade. Some of y'all, okay. Some of y'all, yes. And I'm gonna give you grace. Some of y'all, not at all. Some of y'all sitting pretty right now. You are very blessed. And you're still doubting your abilities to do this. And that's the problem. That right there, that fear that has you in a chokehold. That's the problem. Listen, my online business changed my entire life. I can't make this up. I started during COVID. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone and some Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I now have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I now have purpose. I get to wake up every single day doing what I love. I now have confidence. I didn't always have that. I really believe in myself. But before all of this, before COVID, I lived a very different life. See, I used to work a 9 to 5. And I was miserable as hell. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us, but I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year degree. That's what they said. They told me to get a stable job with benefits, PTO, all of the things. Work for 30 years or more. Then you're going to get super old. You won't be able to work because you're so old. There won't be any Social Security left for you. It'll all be used up by then. And then you can just die. I said, okay, let's do it. Let's go to college. That's what I did. My mom was telling me to go. All of my friends went. I went to college. Got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated at 23. Got my first full-time job. I was so excited. Got my dream job. They're going to be paying me $60,000 a year. This was back when I was 23. I didn't have any kids, so I thought that was a lot of money. I thought I was about to be rich. That was more money than I have ever made in my entire life. So I moved out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I wanted to be an adult. I wanted to do grown woman things, so I went and got my own place. But I didn't stop there. I told you guys I had really bad spending habits back in the day. Please don't judge me, just listen. I did what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand, but it was old. No leather seats, no push to start, no touch screen on the dash. I wanted to upgrade to match my new life. So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger. Cost me $450 a month. And we all know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. Okay. Well, now I'm paying all these bills all by myself, being a grown woman, and broke as hell. Every syllable of the word broke. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, back then I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government really wanted their money back. Everybody has student loans. No. The government is serious. They want their money back. See, they'll give you 6 months after you graduate college to get on your feet. They're not going to call or send letters. Just focus on getting a job. We'll talk business later. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they're sending letters to the house because they want your tax returns, because they're going to tell you how much they think you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents or no kids, they said I should be able to afford $400 a month. I was like, what? 400? Yes, that was the price. And it's not up for negotiation. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month, because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments off of some damn student loans. Y'all, my credit was shot. 520. And just so you know, you can't negotiate that price. And you can't bankrupt them loans. Those loans are stuck with you until the day you die. So I'm broke as hell. I have really bad credit. I had one last problem. I hated my job. See, college didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what kind of war zone I was walking into. See, now I'm not gonna lie, okay? I grew up very sheltered. I was very naive in my early 20s, okay? Just give me that. I thought everybody was just so nice and happy. No. I learned in corporate America, everybody is fake. There's no such thing as work friends. It's not a work family. See, in the interview, the supervisor told me they were all one big happy work family and everyone just got along and there was no drama. I believed her. I learned that in corporate America, people will smile in your face, but then talk shit about you behind your back. I learned that people will text you off the clock, but they don't like you. They'll invite you to happy hour. They'll invite you to their house. They'll invite you to their baby showers. They'll even invite you to their weddings. They don't like you. They'll do the whole Thanksgiving potluck bullshit. We're all just one big old happy family, kumbaya, but they don't like you. They'll do secret Santas with you. They'll do birthday buddies with you, but they don't like you. And best believe they will stab you in the back so they can get promoted. I had no clue. And just so you know, I worked with all women. I was the youngest one there. I was miserable. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get the hell out. But nobody was calling me back for an interview. So I'm broke, really bad credit, and miserable as hell at my job. For the first time in my life, at 23, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced the feelings of trapped, consider yourself blessed. You are blessed. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. Okay, that's what it feels like. You could try to be positive all day long. Try, go ahead. But it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You can try to pray to God and see if he'll help you, but it feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like he's not helping you. Your life literally begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. You could try to get overtime or get a part-time job so you can catch up on some bills and finally have some breathing room. And just when you start to have a little bit of a savings account, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got a boot on your tire because you have too many parking tickets that you can't afford to pay. It's always something. And no matter what you do, it feels like it's not going to get no better. That's how trapped feels. I used to pull up at that job and cry before I even got out the car. Every day. I started to develop anxiety. You ever had anxiety? It's like you have butterflies in your stomach that you can't seem to get rid of. I started to bring my job home with me. You ever did that? So you're already off the clock. You're not getting paid. You're at home. And you're still replaying conversations that happened at work. They've stolen your peace. I couldn't sleep anymore. I was so stressed about bills. I didn't know how to cope. So I started drinking. At first, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves, help me sleep a little better. It quickly spiraled to every day. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm telling you this story is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that you hate is hard. Crying every day because you're so unhappy with life right now is hard. Wanting more, but not even believing that you can get more, that's hard. The reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies or interests back then. So my life was literally on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, cry, come home, drink, sleep, repeat, day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That's depressing as shit. But now I get to get up every single day doing what I love. That's the beauty of online business, ladies. You can monetize anything. I don't have to convince you of this. You see it for yourself. There are creators on here doing the darndest things, making millions. Don't act like you ain't seen somebody and been like, how the hell they making all that money? Because they decided to try. They decided to let go of fear. They decided to be consistent. All of the same things that you can do. I want to say one more thing before we move forward. I need to make sure this really hits home with you. Ladies, I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more, like how I did, you realize you spend more time at work with people you don't even like than you do with your family who loves you. Yes, you do. See, I literally worked 9 to 5, okay? And I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So what should have only been a 20-minute drive was an hour because of traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, plus 8 hours out of my day at work, plus your hour bullshit lunch. That's damn near 11 hours gone. By the time you do get home, you are drained, exhausted, defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse or your kids before it's time to put everybody to bed, just to repeat it again the next day. Just look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked, so they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. Sunday, not so much. Why? Because you have to prepare for the work week. You got to cook, clean, go to the grocery store, do laundry, and mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God I serve, He loves me. He really loves me. And since He loves me so much, why would He put me on this earth to be crying myself to sleep, hating life? Why would He do that to me? Why would He put me on this earth to believe that there's nothing special about me? Why would He create me for that? He didn't. He created me for a very special reason, and He allowed me the opportunity to find it and live it every day. He created you for a very special reason too. Your life is worth more than living paycheck to paycheck. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job, making someone else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. There is something very, very special about you, but somewhere along the line, you stop believing that. Life has a tendency of beating us down sometimes. Life will just beat you down if you let it. And somewhere on your journey, you lost your light. It's gone. You feel empty inside. Maybe it was a toxic ex, toxic family, toxic friends. I don't know. But I am here to tell you this. You can do anything that you want. There is no limitation on your greatness. The only limitation is the one you put on yourself. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God would never plant seeds in your head that you can't harvest. No, He wouldn't. Some of y'all had about 50,000 ideas last year that you still didn't do, that you were more than capable of doing, all because you won't let go of fear. You continue to allow it to steal your life from you. The only reason why I have my online business, my students inside Glow Up Academy have their online business, and how thousands of other creators have their online business is because they tried. That's it. It's not because they're more talented. It's not because they're more special. It's because they decided to try. That's it. You can do this, ladies. You got this. Now, let's get back into sales. Let's get that out of our system, okay? And for those of y'all just tuning in, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz, and we're building our online business and building our confidence, okay? Let's do an affirmation real quick. Ooh. I am strong, capable, and resilient. Ain't that something? I am strong, capable, and resilient. Don't you ever forget it. Sales tip number 2, write this down. Remember, we're taking notes so we can execute. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, they're not gonna buy. So how do we get people to like us? Okay. In your content, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. All right? The community that we build, the audience that we build, those are going to be the people who buy our digital products. But we can't build a community and build an audience if we're not relatable and authentic, meaning we're not ourselves. See, a lot of you guys do yourself a disservice because you're trying to make this perfect content, failing to realize nobody can relate to that because nobody's perfect. I want you to just be yourself. Now, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes that's hard to do because you're not used to being yourself. If you're anything like how I used to be, I always used to people please. So I was just being what I thought people wanted me to be. I want you to figure out who you are, who you really are, and that's how I want you to show up online. I want you to be relatable, share things that you've experienced. Be yourself. Now, before you let fear take over and say things like, well, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. There's 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you, okay? And I used to be fearful of that too. Ladies, when you post your content, it goes everywhere. You become an international superstar. And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm just telling you this so you realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. Yes, they will. There are people all over the world who need you. You have a solution to their problem. What if I let fear take over this afternoon and I didn't go live? Then those of you guys watching wouldn't have been able to receive this message. That's literally what you're doing to other people. You guys, I have students inside Glow Up Academy from all over the world. The UK, Australia, Jamaica, Barbados, Canada. I had a woman join, she's from France. I was able to help people from all over the world. So please, post the video, okay? Now, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, well, how do we get people to know us? All right. I need you to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best. Why? Because it allows you to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows you to connect with people, interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed, you're gonna say, that's great, but I don't wanna go live. And I'm gonna say, fine, don't. I told you, I'm not the coach that's gonna try to convince you of anything. If you don't wanna go live, don't go live. But let me just remind you of this. You also said you didn't wanna go to work. It amazes me how many people will bust their ass at their job to make somebody else rich. But they absolutely refuse to bust their ass to make themselves rich. You see people on live, especially TikTok, selling. The internet never sleeps. I don't care what time of the day or night you go live, just go live. There is people ready. Now some of y'all like, well, I would go live, Jazz. I'm not against it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay. The only reason why you're live shy is because you just don't have enough experience doing it. Okay, it's not because you suck at life. It's not because you're not meant for this. No. It's just because you don't have enough experience. Okay, we've been on this live for about 85 minutes. And if you're still here, that lets me know you trust what I'm saying to be true. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to go ahead and trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, hands down, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. Notice how when you do things over and over and over again, you just get better at it. Would you believe me if I told you I used to be live shy? Well, how did I get better at it? I just kept doing it over and over again. That's it. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to be consistent. You didn't always know how to read and write. Now you read and write just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine now. How? Because you had to consistently do it. Well, just imagine if you consistently went live. Oh. All right, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. How do we get people to trust us? Ladies, there's a reason why I'm telling you to post consistently, and no, it's not for your health. The reason I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, if you're living under a rock, but most people work extremely hard for their money. I work hard, you work hard, we're all out here working hard. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy. You don't have a choice. You have to post consistent. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you. First, what I need us to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that anyone can teach you that you don't already know. Whatever. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you want to have all that ego and pride, go right ahead. Now, for those of you guys who can remove the ego and the pride, you recognize there's always room for improvement. I'm talking to you. We're going to go to our profile and we're going to ask ourselves some questions, but we have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this. You have to be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. Ladies, that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty of everything we've talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you can fix it. You just choose not to. See, I already know and I have accepted the fact I'm not the coach for everybody, because I'm going to tell you about yourself. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is, you choose not to fix it. But at least the truth will set you free, and now you can fix it. If it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, then fix it and make it clear so that when people go to your profile, they know what they're getting into. If you are live shy, fix it. You just choose not to. I already told you what to do. Post consistently. If you are lacking confidence in yourself, fix it. I already told you how. Keep the daggone promises that you make to yourself, ladies. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, then do it. You choose not to. A lot of times we live in a trapped mindset. And we've been living in a trapped mindset for so long, you don't even realize that you are in a trapped mindset, because you believe how things are today is how it always has to be until the day you die, failing to realize you can fix it. I used to live in a trapped mindset too. I really believed I was trapped at that 9-to-5 that I hated so much, but I wasn't trapped. I chose to stay there. I could have left. I could have took a pay cut. I didn't have to sit there and be miserable. I chose to. Instead of fixing it, I chose to run from it. I was throwing pity parties for myself, making excuses, venting, complaining, distracting, doing all of the things except the one thing that could have changed my life years ago. I chose not to. Listen, a lot of y'all believe that you can't make changes until you have more information. A lot of y'all think you lack information. That's why you can't make the changes that you want to make. But that's a lie. You have more than enough information to do with. That's the truth, because you're on social media all day. And when I end this live, you're going to go hop in 5 more lives and go soak up some more information. You really think you're lacking information, but the truth is you're lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute anything. And that's why I made the key word of this live execution. You are the woman who constantly talks about what she's going to do, but you never do it. You are the woman who has an excuse after an excuse. You are the woman who procrastinates and throws pity parties and wants to feel sorry for yourself. That's you, failing to realize you can fix it now. Dry your eyes and get up. Get up. It happened. Move forward. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get up. Life is passing us by. You can fix it. You choose not to. And in order for you to become the version of yourself that you've always wanted to become, the one who's confident, showing up, being consistent, building her business, reaching her dreams, she's already within you. But she's buried under all these excuses and the procrastinating and the fear. We have to unleash her. You're gonna have to change, because there's things about you and who you are today that do not align with the version of you that you want to become. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to keep living the way you're living? Because you already know where it gets you. Nowhere. It hasn't got you anywhere. The business still isn't businessing. The product still isn't finished. The content still isn't made. The confidence still isn't had. It's not getting you anywhere. It's 2026. It's time to take a new path. And then you think you have all this time to just waste, failing to realize you don't know when your last day is. We have become so entitled as a society that we believe we have all this time. No, you don't. How many times a day? I don't have to convince you of this. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say, wow, it's already 4 o'clock. Wow. January 1 is almost over. Wow. It's really 2026. You see how fast time is moving for yourself. And you still choose to waste time. How much longer? How much longer? One of the toughest pills I had to swallow on my own journey. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. Your finances and the direction they're going in is a direct reflection of the choices you make. See, I told you guys, I had really bad spending habits. And I thought that's why I thought that if I just made more money, I could not live paycheck to paycheck. I had lived paycheck to paycheck my whole life. It wasn't the income. I didn't know how to budget my money. I didn't have financial literacy. Whatever Jasmine wanted, Jasmine bought. There was no budget. There was no telling myself no. I would just spend, and then at the end of the month, I'm overdrawn. Month after month after month. It didn't matter how much money I made, I was still running into that problem. I had to fix it. My finances, my overdraws, it was a direct reflection of the choices I made. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. And some of you are going to argue that, Jazz, it's not my fault. Times are hard. How can I get ahead financially when a carton of eggs is $15 freaking dollars? It's still your fault. And I'm going to tell you why. Ladies, times have been hard. Everybody feels it. There's no middle class anymore. If you're not rich, you're poor. Food prices, rent prices have been on the rise for years. But every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok account last month. You would be building your community today. And what do we say? The community that we build are the people who buy our products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to procrastinate, make excuses, distract. You choose to do all the things except the one thing that'll change your entire life. And my question still remains, how much longer do you want to keep doing that? Because it's not getting you anywhere. You're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to change. Because there's things about you that don't align with who you want to become. And you're not going to become her until you change. And look, I'm not perfect. Ain't shit about me perfect at all. See, the version of me that y'all see today, right now, is a reflection of all of the changes I've made. You know, I used to be 100 pounds heavier. I lost 100 pounds. I've kept it off for almost 3 years. I used to make excuses too. I used to make an excuse for the excuse. I was the queen of excuses. I used to procrastinate. Yes. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just start later. And later never showed up. I used to live in fear. Yes, I was scary as hell too. I used to be my biggest bully. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. Just saying nasty, disgusting things to yourself. You know, I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. How the hell could I be a successful entrepreneur when I keep telling myself how stupid I am? I couldn't. That had to change. The things that we say to ourselves is absolutely disgusting. And I know this, whatever's going on in your internal world, it reflects in your external world. So if there's chaos going on in here, best believe you got chaos going on in your life. All that had to change. The biggest distraction that I struggled with was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, it would just all went away. No, it got worse. See, at least when I was working, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, now I'm at home. I quit during COVID. Everything was closed. I had nothing but time to drink. Ladies, our problems never just fix themselves. If you don't fix it, they just get worse. See, I quit on a whim. I didn't have any money saved up. I had just bought a house 6 months before I quit. I had been there for 6 years and I was sick and tired of it. I was ready to go. I had been begging God to make me an entrepreneur. He planted the seed and told me to quit, so I quit. Put in my 2 weeks, I was out of there in 2 weeks. But the plan was I was gonna live off of my stimulus for a few months. Now, I didn't have any kids, so it's not like my stimulus check was that big, but it was a little something, about $2,000. So my goal was I could live off of that for about 2 months, maybe, you know, make some arrangements with my bills, and then my business can take over from there. That was the plan. So I'm doing all of the things that you do. Watching the TikTok coaches, watching the YouTube videos, just trying to make it all make sense. Digital products, monetizations, content, online business. But it wasn't working. See, I thought I was being productive. That's what I was telling myself. But I wasn't being fucking productive. I was always drunk. But I didn't want to say that to myself. I didn't want to admit that. So I blamed everything else except myself. I'm blaming the algorithm. Oh, the algorithm doesn't like me. That's why I'm not getting any views on my content. Failing to realize the reason why I wasn't getting views was because I wasn't being consistent. Because I was always drunk. And then I'm getting mad at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. You told me the time was now. I'm running out of money. I already made a payment arrangement with my lights. They said if I miss that date, they're cutting the lights off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I don't make the next one, they're going to start processing foreclosure on a house I haven't even been in for a whole year. I'm stressed. I'm freaking out. I'm pissed. I didn't want to admit to myself that I was an alcoholic. I didn't want to say that out loud. I felt embarrassed. I felt shame. So I didn't. I convinced myself that as long as I don't start drinking until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because see, alcoholics, they start their day with liquor. So as long as I wait till 11 a.m./noon, I'm good. Even though I'm drinking all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with liquor, I don't have a problem. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't ever forget that. But it's like eventually you hit a brick wall and God forces you to listen to him. See, I believe God is within you, okay? So in other words, he's not at the church. He's not in your best friend. God is within you. So those ideas that you get, that's God talking to you. That intuition, that gut feeling you get, that's God talking to you. But the crazy thing is, we never want to listen. You say you do, but you don't. Because how many ideas have you already gotten that you haven't done? How many times did your gut tell you something and you didn't listen? Exactly. But he made me listen. I'll never forget. I was sitting down on my bed, crying, feeling like I was about to lose it all. My house, everything. And he said to me, he said, Jazz, what are you doing? You have been begging for a business for years, which is true, I have. He said, the opportunity is literally right in front of you. And you're wasting it. So, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you gonna fix it? Are you gonna change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platform started to grow. I started selling my ebook. All because I decided to change. I started to have confidence in myself. Like I started to say nice things to myself because I was feeling good. I started to tell myself how proud I am of myself, how amazing I am, how smart I am. And I was believing it. All because I decided to change. See, a lot of times, what I fail to realize, which you probably don't realize, ladies, in order to get something, you're gonna have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give something up. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging for, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up fear. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. God gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K to replace the job I had. But I even started negotiating with that. I said, Lord, if you can help me make $45K, I'll take it. I'll make something shake. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty freaking cool to have 10,000 people follow you, watch your content. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subs. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling bad about myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I don't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, who I was back then, the woman I was not aligned with the woman I wanted to become. I wanted to be confident. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to believe in myself. I wanted to have discipline and accountability. I wanted to be able to start something and finish it. I wanted to respect myself and command respect from others. But who I was back then didn't align. And he wasn't going to give me this version of me until I changed. See, God already has our blessings for us and he's ready to give it to you. He designed you for them. But the problem is we get free will. So you always get to decide. But guess what? He will not budge. He will not move until you become obedient. So you can drag it all out as long as you want. Do what you want. You want to waste another 5 years? Go right ahead. Why stop at 5? Go ahead and waste 20 years while you're at it. But guess what? He will not give you the blessings that you have been begging for until you change. Try them. Just try it. But best believe, when you do decide to change, your entire life transforms. And yeah, maybe change is hard. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is hard. Okay. But crying every day because you're so unhappy with your life right now is hard. Knowing deep down inside that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Constantly giving up on yourself because you don't think you're worthy of wealth is hard. And you do that every day. I've lived both lives. And I will always choose this one. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with happiness, confidence. This heart comes with income. There's nothing that you can't do. You're not going to convince me otherwise. If you even had the idea, that's because you can. God would never plant a seed in your head that you could not harvest. There's no limit to your greatness. The only limit is the one you put on yourself. You're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to change. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. See, I can't help people who don't want it, and honestly, I'm not willing to try. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction that it's going in, then respectfully, just keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change it, I want to help you change it. See, inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch. Whatever your vision is for your brand, your business, we'll build it together. Do you want to monetize your content and get paid for views on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook? Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. All of my platforms are monetized. You want to sell your ebook, or maybe you want to do an e-course, you want to do a private community? Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. It's all in there. You want to go live and convert sales on live like how I do, how my members do, and how thousands of other content creators do? Fine, it's in there. I'll teach you. There's no gatekeeping. Every single thing that you need to know to be successful for your business, it is all inside Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself, ladies. Build your confidence, your discipline, your accountability, your consistency, so that you can finally stop starting and stopping. It is 2026. This is the year of alignment. This is the year that you finally follow through on all of the ideas that you have. This is the year that you finally put yourself first. This is the year that you create boundaries and standards for your life. This is the year that you become your dream version. This is the year when you stop letting fear steal your life. There's nothing that you can't do. But you're going to have to change. I could tell you exactly what to do to monetize your YouTube in a couple of months, like how I did on both of my channels and how my other students have done. But if you don't think you're good enough, you're not going to do it. That has to change. I could tell you exactly what kind of content to create to attract an audience who wants what you have to offer. But you're not going to do it if you don't think you're worthy of success. You are sabotaging yourself. It is self-sabotage. We have to fix it, or you will continue to repeat the same cycle. Remember, I told you, your problems never just go away. If you don't fix them, they just get worse. Glow Up Academy is the space where we fix it, so you can finally become the woman that follows through. Now, before I let you guys join Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time. Believe it or not everybody has the same journey. Okay, some people have a product, no audience. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a million ideas. But I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. A lot of times we spread ourselves too thin. We got all these brilliant ideas and we're trying to do everything, but end up doing nothing. We're gonna pick your most favorite idea. And we're gonna put all of our energy into that one. And we're gonna let that flourish. And then once it is flourishing, we'll reach back into the pile and pull up another one, okay? Some of you guys have no clue as to what kind of product you want to create, and that's fine. We'll build it together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me because I want to make sure I'm able to pour into you the way that you deserve, okay? I'm also going to set a timer. Once the timer goes off, I'm taking the link off. And the reason why I'm doing it like that is because I told you, I only want to help people who want it. People who want it, they move. They don't, I'm not here to force you, okay? I'm not going to pull your hair. We're not doing all that, right? You know who you are. If I spoke to you on this live, you know who you are. Those are the women that I'm here to serve. Also, Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, okay? So once you're in forever. We meet multiple times a week. We do our Sunday resets. Right now we're reading Atomic Habits, so we do our journal prompts and we discuss what we're gonna accomplish for the week. We keep ourselves aligned. Thursdays, we do live coaching calls, so any questions that you have, anything that you're struggling with, bring those questions to Thursday's call. Tuesdays is new member orientation. So if you're new, I expect you to come in and ask all of your questions. So we meet multiple times a week. You are never by yourself. And you always have access to my inbox. So any questions that you have throughout the week, I expect to hear from you, okay? You are always supported and you are never by yourself. I also check in with my students to make sure that you're doing what you said you wanted to do, holding you accountable, okay? So once you're in forever. There's no fees, we're done, you're in, okay? Now, I normally sell Glow Up Academy for $597 lifetime access, and women pay for it. I had 4 women join today at $597. But, because you sat on live, you took your notes, you asked questions, and you listened, and you're going to execute, I'm gonna take the price down, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up, get in on the discount, and be in forever. Once the timer goes off, I'm taking the price back up. So when I open it, move. While we're live for the next 10 minutes, it will be $249. You can break that payment up using Afterpay or Klarna and still get in, okay? But you have to move. We don't wait around, okay? I'm gonna show TikTok how to join first, and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top. Now, TikTok number 1, this one right here, that's my main account. So my account doesn't look like this, but the links are still the same, okay? You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. Click this red button here that says open. Then you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we go. It's already marked down, it is $249. Before you guys leave up off my live, I need you to confirm to me you got your emails, okay? The first email should be coming from Stan within 30 seconds. And then right after that, you see an email that says Jasmine Spencer. I need you to let me know you got both. If not, we're gonna take care of it right here on live. I want to make sure everybody is where they're supposed to be. So please do not leave until you confirm that you got your emails, okay? Become the woman who actually follows through. It's already marked down to $249. Feel free to scroll through and read all of my reviews. I don't mind. Enter your name, quadruple check your email. You guys, the email you put in is where it's going. That's why I want to confirm that you received the email. If you do not get an email from Stan within 30 seconds, that means there was an email spelling mistake. We'll fix it right here on live and get you where you need to be. But I need to know that. Okay, so please quadruple check that. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up. And then you're going to click Start My Glow Up, the blue button. Okay? YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are just a little bit different. I see you guys joining. Give me 1 second. I'm going to send the invite link as soon as I tell YouTube. YouTube, you're going to leave off of my live. You're going to come to my channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ right here in my bio. You're going to click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, same thing, $249. Become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll all the way down, enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna, and then click Start My Glow Up. We're lifetime access. That's why you're gonna get that second email from me. That's me accepting you inside not for free, but without any monthly price, none of that, okay? So that's why you're getting that second email, okay? So I'm about to start sending the people there's now who joined. Just bear with me. I'm gonna set the timer. Like I said, 10 minutes, that's it. Ladies, if I was able to speak with you and connect with you, that was for a reason. That was for a reason. If you don't move, my voice will start to fade. We're gonna end this live. You're gonna let life, and everything I said is gonna disappear. Don't do that. It's 2026. There's a reason why this live showed up on your algorithm. So let's keep the momentum, okay? All right, timer has started. TikTok, I'm gonna show you guys again. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you can click on this red button that says Open. And then here we are, click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Now, once you guys are inside, you're gonna be getting a message from me. I need you guys to respond to that message, okay? Because I need to know what you're struggling with. What have you tried? What are your ideas? All of the things, okay? So make sure you respond to that message. Even if you have to leave and you can't respond right now, before you go to bed, I need you to check your inbox. In order to see your inbox, there's an inbox icon right at the top. You'll click on that and you'll see my message, okay? I need you to respond. Now, when you're inside, go to the classroom tab, okay? I want you to start here, the Welcome and Orientation Vault. So you're gonna click on that. And here we are. We have a 7-day orientation. Each day is a short video with a small homework assignment for you to do that's moving you closer to your goals, okay? I already know that you can do all things, but I need you to know that. And a lot of you guys don't know that because you lack confidence. And the reason why you lack confidence is because you never keep promises to yourself and you never stick to what you start. So we're going to recreate the narrative starting today. You will start and finish orientation, because the more proof that you can prove to yourself that you know how to start something and finish it, you will then carry that same confidence into your business and to all of your other goals that you have for yourself. So that's why it starts here. Okay? Now, once you are done, you will leave. The beauty of Glow Up Academy is you choose your path. You choose what feels most aligned with you. Okay? So if you're ready to start your business, go to the Business Building Vault. I walk you guys through step by step how to use Canva, how to use AI to create your ebook. For those of you guys who don't know how to use Canva or only a little bit, this is especially important for you. I show you guys all of the cool features and how to truly customize your ebook for you and your brand, okay? I also walk you through how to price it and how to upload it to your hosting site, okay? Inside the Business Building Vault, I also teach you guys how to file your LLC, your S Corp, or your C Corp, whatever you want to do. Build your business credit and file your taxes, okay? Now, if you already have a product but you're struggling to make sales, go to the Marketing Mastery Vault. I walk you guys through how to create content to attract your ideal audience. It is full of videos and how-tos, plug and plays. It's very simple, okay? Okay. If you want to work on your mindset, go to the Mindset and Motivation Vault. I walk you guys through how to set boundaries, how to uphold your standards for your life, how to stop people pleasing, how to build confidence, discipline, accountability, how to stop telling yourself what you can't do. Motivation Vault. Maybe you want to work on your self-care. You want to start putting yourself first. You want to step into your feminine energy. Go to the Self-Care and Femininity Vault, okay? Maybe you want to build your Instagram Vault. TikTok Vault. YouTube Vault. You want to be a faceless creator, go to your Faceless Vault, okay? You want to learn how to manifest the proper way, go to the Manifestation Vault, all right? So whatever your goal is, that's the vault to start. You choose what's best for you, what's most aligned for you, okay? And don't forget, we have our Thursday calls and we have our Sunday resets. And we have our Tuesday new member orientations, okay? And even if you can't make any of those, these are every week, by the way. Even if you can't make those, that's fine, because the replays are still always available, so you never miss anything, okay? You never miss anything. All right, let me start sending the invite links. Bear with me, ladies. I'm just gonna send them in the order that they were received. Jackie, can you check your email for me? Jackie, I don't know which live she's on. Jackie, please check your email. Liz, check your email. And Ash, check your email for me. All right, I'm waiting on 3 women to check their email for me and confirm that they received their emails. Ladies, please do not leave my live till you let me know you got your email. I want to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. If you don't get that original email within 30 seconds from Stan, that's because there was a spelling mistake. So we'll fix it right now. But I won't know if you don't tell me, okay? So please, please, please check that. TikTok, let me show you guys again. We have a few more minutes and we're closing it out. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this red button right here that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, you guys have to leave the live. You're gonna click on my bio where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click again click this top button where it says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, become the woman who actually follows through to 49. Again, you guys can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up so you can still get the discount. Once the timer goes off, we're taking the price back up to $5.97. Now, while we have a few more minutes, we have 6 more minutes, let's do some more affirmations. It's 2026, ladies. This is the year of alignment. This is the year of no BS. This is the year of follow through. This is the year of self-respect. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. Amen to that. This moment is shaping me into the strong version of myself. Absolutely. This live, I'm trying to tell you, if this live showed up on your Explore page or For You page, it was for divine timing. There was a divine reason, okay? I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. Okay, one second. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. Let's see. Yes, I got it. One second. I'm sending you the invite link now. All right, perfect. Check your email for me and let me know that you received it. Remember, you guys, you're getting 2 emails. One is from Stan, and then the second one is Jasmine Spencer. That's me, okay? All right, next one. I have the power to create the life I want. I have the power to create the life I want. Didn't I say that earlier? Didn't I say that earlier? You have the power to create any life that you want for yourself. You better get to creating. Who gonna check you? Listen, confidence is who you think you are. Not who someone told you, it's who you think you are. So I need you to think highly of yourself, okay? So we can build that confidence up. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. How do we show love to ourselves? Sticking with the promises that we make, eating healthy, exercising, moving our body, journaling, speaking our affirmations, not tolerating bullshit from other people, having boundaries and standards, prioritizing 8 hours of sleep. Self-love empowers me to be my best version every single day. Self-love empowers me to be my best version every single day. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Ooh. I am stronger than this sadness, and I will rise above it. I am stronger of this sadness, and I will rise above it. Okay? All right. 2026 is here, ladies. What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we bringing the same tired-ass excuse from 2025 into the new year, or are we taking a new path? Remember, the choice is always yours. For those of you guys who joined Glow Up Academy, I'm hopping in now. Bear with me for a few seconds and you'll be getting a message from me. For those of you guys who didn't, I guess we're doing the same thing as last year. But just remember this, life doesn't change until you change. Life does not change until you change. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. Last year, you didn't have support, you didn't have community. This is the year for that. Glow Up Academy is right here for you, okay? Make sure you guys follow me if you have not already. What is it saying? You may have to refresh the page. Ladies, if you guys open the website, but then you click off, when you come back, you have to refresh the site. You have to refresh the site because it's trying to prevent fraud, okay? So you have to refresh and then put everything in. If you let it sit for a few minutes, the transaction's not gonna go through, okay? So try again. I'll wait a few more seconds for you before I take the price back up. You guys also too, make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos, especially on TikTok, y'all. They steal the videos. They're making fake accounts and they turn around trying to message you. Please, please, please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these streets, ladies, because they're coming for you. Yes, they is. So make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. Also, I do have a main account. My main account is linked into my bio. So this TikTok right here, this is my backup one. So click on my bio and you'll get rerouted to the main one. All right. Let's do another affirmation. Ooh. I take action towards my goals every day. I take action towards my goals every day. What do we say? Every single day we're gonna do something small that takes us to where we wanna be. Just do something small. So maybe today you write out all the ideas that you have. Tomorrow we start executing. Maybe today you thought about making content. How about tomorrow we make a video? Yeah, I think so. That'll work. It's time to take a new path. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. I am capable of achieving anything that I set my mind to. Anything that I set my mind to. What I say, if you even thought the thought, that's because you can already do it. But the question is, are you willing to change to get it done? And let me tell y'all this, since we're on the topic. A lot of times when you glow up, when you start changing and elevating, you may start to lose people. You may start to lose friends. You may not be able to connect with people like you once were able to. Why? Well, because most people aren't working on being their best self, that's why. Most people are not working on becoming their best self. I know that's the sad truth, but it's true. Most people do not get up every single day trying to work towards their goal in some way, shape, or form. Most people just coast. Most people just go with the wind. And here you are being intentional with your time. You're starting to treat yourself right. You're speaking your affirmations. You're keeping your promises. You're walking in your purpose, little by little, day by day. People aren't going to understand you because that's not what they're doing. But that's okay. That's okay. Why is that okay? Because you're moving to the path. You're moving on the path that's aligned for you. The path that you were designed for. That's why it's okay. And on your journey, you're going to meet new people. You're going to be around women who are doing the work like you're doing the work. And you'll make new friends. And you'll be around people who understand you. Okay? So don't be afraid to lose people. Don't be afraid. It's okay. Not everybody is supposed to be in your life forever. Okay? Some people are for a season. Some people are for a season. All right? I didn't know I would lose people along the way. But it's okay. It's okay. Hold on. Kariana, check your email for me, please. I think she's on YouTube. I think she's YouTube. All right, that was our timer. Does anyone else have any other questions for me before we get off of here? Anyone else? Okay, perfect, Kai. Go ahead. You got my email too from Jasmine Spencer. You should have 2 emails, one from Stan and then Jasmine. Make sure you got both. And the one from me you're gonna click on that and it takes you right inside Glow Up Academy. Everybody else, we're good to go? All right, fair enough. I enjoyed you guys this afternoon. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Happy New Year's. It's January 1st. Can you believe it's almost over? All right, y'all. For those of you guys who joined Glow Up Academy, I'm hopping in now. You'll be getting a message from me in the next few minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing. When you're ready to change, I'll be right here ready to help you, okay? Yes, okay, that's the one. Yep, that's it right there. All right, you guys. Go ahead and open that, and it'll take you right inside. All right, fair enough. All right, TikTok. Bye, TikTok number 1. Bye, TikTok number 2. All right, Kai got everything she needs. Kai, I will see you inside Glow Up Academy. I think she was in too. Okay. All right, YouTube. Bye.